What about Mike Conception? Did he know both of them?
Michael Conception.
He's still around.
Yeah,
and he's from that era. And he lived in. I think he got some Watts ties.
He hung with us back in 1976 in the Nickerson Garden. When he got paralyzed, he started hanging with us in the Nickerson Garden. Because he has family members that are original bounty hunters. And one of his cousins or family members is doing life behind a police murder that happened in the projects. And the homies respect Michael Conception only because of that reason, that he have original bounty hunters from my neighborhood that brought him over there.
So he possibly knew both of them, right? He knew probably.
That would be very interesting to hear anybody that is a triple OG back in the early 70s talk about Ray and Raymond and what they think, how that would have played out if they did go toe to toe. I would like to actually hear their opinion.
Yeah, really. I'm calling everybody out from this era that claims to know Raymond Washington and Ray Boyce, because they're both about the same age.
Yes.
They were born 1 year apart.
Yes.
And they were killed 1 year apart.
Okay, ain't that something?
Yeah.
And what I found out about Ray Boyce, 1980 was a high murder rate time. So now either one or two things happened when Ray got killed in 1980. And I thought about this over and over as I was reading I Am Raymond Washington, because they have the statistic in the book of how many people got killed in 1980. And I would actually say that when Ray got killed in 1980, either a big war broke out behind that and a lot of people lost their life behind Ray getting killed, or else a big war jumped off and Ray got caught up in the mix of that. So either one or two things happened. A lot of people died behind Ray getting killed, or a lot of people died along with Ray getting killed.
So where were you at in 1980?
1980, I was in San Quentin prison. I was in San Quentin prison with Bitter Dog Bruno, with Weeble, with who else? Geronimo Pratt, 1979. I walked the main line with him. It was very interesting. Big Joe Hunter, he was there. You know what I'm saying? I walked the main line with him.
So you got the news that Ray Boyce got killed when you was in San Quentin?
Yes, I got the news when I was locked up in prison, and it really hurt my heart to the fullest because I knew all along that he was afraid of guns. You know, he didn't like to be around guns. Even when homies shoot on New Year's, he never even shot a gun on New Year's. That wasn't his thing. Jimmy Levador, you had it right, brother. That's all he did, was run out there and rob people with his hand. You know about Success, huh, Jimmy? Success Imperial. I got my first robbery on Success and Imperial back in 1970 or 71. Yes, back then we had a thing dealing with racism. If you're going down Imperial Highway and you're Caucasian, don't let that light catch you on Compton Avenue. Don't let that light catch you on Success. And don't let that light catch you on Central, because we were robbing everything that was not black coming through there. All the 70s. That's what happened. And Ray and Terry Moses and Roy Lynch, they kicked that off. Little Arthur Purtle kicked that off of robbing people on Success and Imperial Highway.
So back to whatever happened to Ray Boyce in 1980, we really don't know if a war started and he was a part of it, or he got killed and it created a war. You never really got the details.
But you want me to tell you something about that? When I came home, my homeboys were telling me that they put work in, and I got to tell you something. As I did my research, they wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? The younger homies in the second generation, you know, that's who basically took that over, the second generation. They really did a lot of crazy things. They was kidnapping people and everything, bringing bodies to the projects, and all kind of stuff was going on. So I had a gang of homies when I came home, was already in prison behind murders after Ray Boyce got killed. And when I say that, I'm talking about younger homies that's like 5 years younger than me. They was picking up the guns and catching Crips on the outskirts and shooting them up and catching murder cases. So I think that is probably more true that they started doing a lot of killing after Ray died, because the original homeboys of mine, they were kind of like, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. They were kind of like washed up a little bit. So the younger homies had to take up the pistol and revenge for Ray. And I think that's probably the reason why the murder rate probably went up high, because I was kind of very upset at my neighborhood until, you know, I started realizing, man, that, you know, hey, man, you only can do what you can do, man. You know, I truly believe that vengeance do belong to the Lord. I believe that with all my heart. But as human beings, man, when you lose a loved one or someone who you really have a real relationship with, man, your Christianity, your Islam, all that go out the window, man. It goes out the window.
Okay, so another thing you wanted to talk about was, I guess, the history of the conflict between the bounty hunters and the Carver Barnes.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.